Hello and welcome back to part 8. Yes, part 8. I promise I'm not trying to drag this out. There's a crap ton of work in doing all this. Would I do it again? This one I think I would. I refurbished a Unimog a few years ago. I swore I'll never do one of them again. But this one, it has actually, it's a lot of work but it's been enjoyable. As you can see, the outside is done. The zinc plated bits are on. Everything, I see it's done on the outside. I'm well underway on the inside now, so let's take a look how I've been getting on. So internally now, you see the headboard. I've actually double insulated that. There's another layer of insulation behind that because you're going to get a lot of the engine heat and gearbox heat coming up from the back of the cab. Cables are in for the side lights all around the front and the sides. As I scroll down, pan down. Batteries down here, but that's nothing to do with this lot. We have the cables coming into from that socket I just showed you from the outside and into relays, then through the fuses and then on around the cabin. Well, we have a socket on the outside, so this will provide a cable to go from here. This is for the spotlights and headlights, full beam side lights. So this will go to the 7-pin socket on the Unimog, sort of. It's going to, the signal wire will come from there, but ultimately, the side light wire, sorry. Ultimately though, the signal will have to come from the fuse box for the spotlights to come on, and the power for the spotlights will come direct from the battery. But this is where it will enter, so when the box comes off, I can remove the cable. But it's time to put the final pieces on the outside of this cabin. So parts come back from the platers, zinc plated ladder, zinc plated hinge parts, etc. I'm going to whack those on, and that is the exterior finished. Right, the ladder is now fixed on. Extremely bright sunlight, it's hard to see that sunglasses at the moment. And the hinge mechanism is now on, and all zinc plated. So now that I'm going to do these 3 cables. These are the last of the cables to go into the camper van, and I will speed this up just about now. These are the reading lights. It's going to go into the bed area, one either end. So all I'm going to do, and touch the wires. If it comes on, visually you can see that they're working. So let's connect the battery up. Battery is on. The solar panel is actually now charging the battery. All I'm going to do is touch. Let's try touching. There's a switch on this. Oh, that's in the button. So it's like a sensor button, not a. I should use a bloody multimeter. Right. Anyway, there we go. What's gone wrong? Bollocks. Right. Battery is on. So is it the light? Because actually, no power at that one. Here's the power at this one. Just blown a fuse. Great, so there's power there. I'm going to start using a multimeter. I've got a very little 5-amp fuse in, which is blown. So I've got 2 fuses. I did this circuit off one fuse, that circuit off another fuse, and they are both blown. No worries, I've got a crap ton of fuses. So both fuses are blown. That means we've got power, which is good. And I like the fact that the fuse blew so easily. Because actually one thing that does bug me about doing this build is there's no escape. If you happen to have a fire, I am fairly royally screwed because I'm 14 feet off the ground. Right. Ha. Look at that. Magic. 1. Now I'll do the rest. Let's speed it up again. First, I'm going to get this insulation up and over the roof. Do the roof first, then do the sides. I'm literally going to blanket over the whole lot, staple it to the battens, and then we'll board over. Just a quick note on the insulation being used. It is what they call 40mm thick multi-layered
blanket type insulation. Notice if I'm still doing the glove challenge, I've still got them. If you watch that other video, I've got the left hand, right hand, if you're wondering why I've got black and the green hand. So, to see which gloves are better. So I'm going to throw that over there. I'm going to drag it over here. And I've got my staple gun that must be 20 years old and rusty, but still seems to work. I'm going to, right. You probably can't hear much of the rustling now. Right. See how this goes. 1,000 to go. You can see me standing for long periods of time. It's this aluminium tape to go with these blankets. You can, you know, repair any damage to it, seal the end, so forth like this, because it's meant to be a sealed thing, you know, to keep any heat out there. But you've got to get the backing tape off. This is an absolute ball ache. Yeah, how difficult was that? What a pain in the ass. Somebody come up with a better way, please. Try and get it off is a vacuum to my hand. Seriously, I've got a vacuum going on so I can feel the suction. Oh, it's gonna hurt.
And if I show you here, this solar panel is charging the battery. And it is connected up because I wanted to try, obviously I've tried it now with all the boards up and the worst areas done to make sure that fuses aren't blowing out, screw through anything, and we're good at the moment. And that's all the worst areas done now. So home stretch. So the inside is now boarded out. All the awkward bits around all the cables is done. Here we go. The floor is battened out. Why? Because I'm going to put a layer of insulation over that. And then I've got some 1/2 inch ply going in there. The living area is entirely insulated. And I remembered now to actually boarded the roof and forgot to cut the hole out for the skylight. By the way, those boards there, they're 38mm boarding, which actually came when I had my mezzanine installed here. There was left over, got 1/2 a pallet left over. They're ideal for that. They'll hold my weight up all right. So glad we're nearly there now. Actually, all it is finish this partition wall, put the door in, and then it's carpeted throughout. Yes, walls, ceiling, everything will be done in a thin carpet, which will add extra insulation, sound deadening, and it'll make it cozy. Please, if you like what I've done and you'd like to keep viewing, please like and subscribe.